No se escucha. No se escucha. Ah, okay. Try. ¿Puedes hablar? Hello. Hello. Now you can hear me? Yes, no. Yes. Hey, amazing. So again, welcome to AMCO. Oh my God. So yes, welcome to this virtual version of AMCO. I'm happy to be here with you, delivering this first session that is gonna be also kind of a role, an opening, just to get the excitement of the upcoming days and the upcoming week is gonna give to you. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna try to make this the most interactive way possible for you to enjoy the time with us and also to enjoy AMCO as if you were here in Colombia with us. So yes, this is me saying hello, and I'm so happy, I'm so excited. Yeah, but if you don't know me, I'm Lizzie. I'm America's Regional Director, and I have 6.5 years in ISEC. And this is my last experience in ISEC, the experience that I dream to have, and I have. And also, originally from Colombia. So maybe for some of you were like, AMCO is happening, then AMCO is not happening. Maybe it's not that important for them to cancel the conference. That's why they cancel. But I want to talk to start about the importance of AMCO for me, because AMCO was actually the last conference that I was supposed to deliver in ISEC. That's the first thing. Second, I dreamed to deliver this conference in my home country. So I was expecting to receive you all, not only in the region, but also in my country, and show you about Colombia and show you about my culture and everything. And the third thing is that I was so excited to deliver conference sessions, dance roll calls, do a lot of stuff, because maybe it was supposed to be my lifetime. So I know that you were sad. I was sad too. I was so sad. But during this session, I'm going to explain you how was the process for me, and also that you can be in the same page of me, of how the organization is in this moment, and what the leadership means in this special moment that the organization is facing, and also the work is facing. Because at the end of the day, it's not about roles, it's not about positions, it's not about numbers, it's about the leadership that we a kind of decisions that we can take based on the knowledge and also the experience that the organization gives to us. So yes, but because this is a conference, and because it's really nice, and because we love, and because I told you that it's important roll calls, so I would like that we dance the America's roll call. So I have a challenge for you. So each one of you, you need to dance a roll call. I'm gonna put the roll call. I don't care. I'm gonna dance a roll call. So if you're in your laptop, so whatever you're doing, please dance a roll call and record it. So if you're dancing the roll call, then you can also record yourself with yourself and stuff. And you can tag America's regional office, and you can tag AI, and you can tag myself, and we're gonna repost you. But the most important thing is that we get in the mood of the conference. So I'm gonna put the roll call. I really want to see a lot of Insta stories of people dancing the America's regional office roll call, because again, it's officially the kickoff of AMCO. So yes, you is gonna dance with me. The roll call, you is here with me. So we're gonna dance. Okay.
Learn it, record it, and send it to us.
No sé por qué yo le fallé. Yo estaba peleando y con ella me reí. miraba, podía notar que ella tenía lo que la disco buscaba. Quería que me bailara y el DJ que la música nunca me la bajara. Y se está prendida en fuego, que no se enamore, ella está para el juego. Anda sola, nunca le baja su ego. Me provoca y facilito me le pego. Y es que se está prendida en fuego, que no se enamore, ella está para el juego. Anda sola, nunca le baja su ego. Me provoca y facilito me le pego. Y es que yo tengo un problema de alcohol, yo no sé por qué soy así. Para mí que el doctor estaba bebiendo el día que yo nací. Te pon las manos en el suelo y huélgate con el pelo. Tu cuerpo es puro veneno, bebé, tú me llevas al cielo. Tú me dejaste caer, pero ella me levantó. Ella me busca mujer, pero ella me levantó. Y yo me emborraché y de ti me olvidé. Y tú peleas una y otra vez, y ya me cansé. Mi mujer me estaba llamando, pero yo no contesté. Yo estaba contigo peleando y de ella me olvidé. Dios mío, perdóname, no sé por qué yo le fallé. Yo estaba en la disco peleando y con ella me reí. Yo estaba en la disco peleando. Yo estaba en la disco peleando. Yo estaba en la disco peleando.
Amazing. So I hope that you put your mom to your core, yourself, your uncle, your sister, or whoever is with you that is not an Isaacer. And I hope that I can see all your Insta stories dancing. They are all roll call, and I promise you that we're gonna have more roll calls in the sessions with the different phases that we are gonna have and so on. Because again, this is a conference, no matter if it's virtual or not. So, hello! No, it's not me again. So, talking about AMCO, this first session, it's about leadership and how we can manage leadership in this difficult moment for the work and also a difficult moment for the organization. And I will say that the last 2 weeks or the last 3 weeks, because it has been 3 weeks in a row, has been like the hardest week of my ISEC experience. And I think when you think that ISEC challenge you the most and you think that you are ready to leave and you already learned all the things that you need to learn, then ISEC give you a slap on the face and tell you, that's what do you think? Let me show you that I can also give you more. And especially talking from my perspective and my understanding of what ISEC can give to you, it's a surprise. But for sure, it's a learning that you will use not only for a job or for something, it's for life. So when the whole situation of coronavirus it started, we already had a conference team, we had a FASI team, we have a conference that it was supposed to happen, and we should be in this moment in Girardot delivering a conference with a hot weather and everything nice. But at the beginning, I was like, no, it's happening in AP, it's happening now in Europe, but it's not going to happen in Americas. And I just remembered that the day before, everything became chaotic in Colombia. I had a management team meeting in AI, and someone asked me, are you completely sure that coronavirus is not going to affect the conference, like everything is okay? And I said, yes, like Colombia is with 0 cases, like we have the conference ready, everything is pretty well, the government is taking like some restriction, but everything is gonna be okay. So I remember that Alex that he was supposed to come to the conference asked me, are you completely sure? I was, yes, like what it can be bad. But everything changed in 24 hours. And I just remember blaming myself because I was like, how I didn't see this coming? How I didn't see that in 24 hours things can change just with 1 case or 2 cases in the country. And then when everything happened, I had this group of people that were the FASI team and the CC working so hard in sessions, working to make the conference happening. We already had delegates arriving to Colombia. Everything was on place because we were just missing 3 days to have the conference start. And I was saying like, no, 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 it's not possible. Like, cancel the conference is not even a possibility for me. I will run the conference. But everything changed in 24 hours because of the news of coronavirus. The number of cases increased in Colombia, but not only that, the government started putting restrictions about delivering the conference itself. And in the other side, I started looking into what was happening in Europe. That one of my RMs was there delivering as FASI, delivering sessions. Um, and she told me like, I don't know, like if we are taking the right decision, but we need to reconsider what we are doing, because what we are doing and delivering here is a big risk for the organization. So in that moment, I remember that I sit down with myself and I start thinking, what are the possible scenarios? What's the thing that it's in my mind that is gonna help me to take the decision? I was scared because of financial implication. I was scared about the perception of the network. I was scared of about like how we're gonna deliver the content that network needs. And everything come to my mind, but also I have this team on my this group of people in my mind. I already have these people here. But I remember something that every day someone like every time that I had a hard decision or I had a moment in my in ISEC in my ISEC experience, I someone always told me like, you are here to take the right decisions, even if are decisions that people doesn't like. So that night, I had my agenda managers that they were so excited to deliver the conference. They were saying like, we're gonna move forward. This coronavirus, blah blah blah. But in the other side, I had my ISEC values, and I had the whole context of putting people on risk. That makes me feel like maybe the right decision now is to cancel the conference, even taking into consideration the financial implication, even taking into consideration what that's going to mean for delegates in terms of finance, and what that's going to mean for us as regional office to not deliver the most important touchpoint that we have in this um, term. And it can sound dramatic, but you cannot have idea of how many things you need to take into consideration to take that decision. But the only one that it was the strongest one, it was you need to follow ISEC values. You need to understand that acting sustainable, demonstrating integrity is something that you are living and you are not just saying. And if you put 215 people in risk because you want to deliver a conference, that's not what ISEC teaches you the last 6.5 years. And yes, like there is a lot of concerns around, but health and safety, it's one of the most important thing in the life of a person. It's not about ISEC, it's about people. And we're always saying, ISEC it's about people, but when we need to take hard decisions, we're thinking a lot of things. And yeah, I have a lot of people that, what about money? Money is important. I'm scared about, yeah, for sure I was taking into consideration money. But then again, something that it was more stronger than me was in my mind, safety and health. And then like we took the decision, we sent a statement, and everything became like a moment that where everyone was judging the decision. Everyone was saying why, if Colombia still have like permission to do congress or conference with several restrictions. But in my mind was like, it's gonna became worse with the hours. It's gonna become worse with the time. And I know that the decision that I'm gonna take now, it's helping for the future, because it's not about one term. It's not about what I want. It's about an organization that have more than 72 years working. So if my decision is gonna affect ISEC just because I wanted to, this is not what ISEC is supposed to be. Because I was just in mind, why if I have a coronavirus case in the conference? Why if all the delegates after the conference became sick? Why if I need to have delegates here in Colombia for a month because I wanted to do the conference? And one thing that we never think most of the time is in ISEC, it's about continuity. What's the house that we are building on? It's gonna last. It's gonna be for more than my term. And now I know that maybe you are taking hard decisions also in your LCs, in your structures. Maybe you will need to take even more hard decisions after the whole crisis pass. But the thing is, that's what ISEC gives to you in the last, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 months that you have in the organization, or 1 year or 2 years. But it's about continuity. It's about how you can think not only in the present but also in the future, and how you can think of the big house that it's Isaac, the big house that you are building also with the actions that you are doing. And yes, Isaac has started a long time ago, and we have a real strong purpose that it's connected to what it happened in that moment. So yes, a young group of people, the ambition that they had, it was to work to achieve peace and fulfillment of humankind potential, because the context of that moment were saying we need to have peace, we need to understand that if we develop ourselves we can understand each other. And this is still the purpose that we are going to have, that we have in our organization. And I'm thinking on like what peace means to me. Do I have peace with the decisions that I'm taking on? And maybe you can think, this, but what's peace for you? And what's peace for I don't know, the current context that we have daily? And if you ask me about peace, I will tell you that peace, it's about our leadership development model, how we are practicing in. So how we can make sure that we are empowering people. And I remember that in the context of this, I was not handling everything by myself, and don't think that I solve everything because I am the most smartest person in the world. I have a group of people around me that it was working on also made this happen. I also put the skill of solution oriented to thinking the different possibilities that it was supposed to, and how we can make forward, at least like, okay, this conference happening this way. I was self-aware to understand that it was a hard decision, and maybe to talk about how I feel in this moment. In that moment, it was not the moment to think my thing. And just to be clear and like honest with you, I cry. Yeah, because I'm human and I have dreams as much as you have. But in the moment that I was taking decision, I was the person with the most strong face. My poker face, it was like everything is okay, nothing is happening. We will move forward. Um, but then when I was alone with myself, I had the moment to digest what was happening, because it was not easy. But the last thing, it's about to be world citizen and understand that ISEC, it's not a different word. And we are in an ecosystem and in several places that has been affected for different things. Like Colombia put in restriction. Colombia today, the border is closed. Like the foreigners has until Sunday to leave the country, because if they don't leave, they are not gonna be able to leave the country in 30 days. And the restrictions of like on Sunday, the government say you cannot do like events or things of more than 50 people. So even if I wanted to continue the concert, I will be not able to do it. So all these skills that I said develop in us, it's what is gonna give us peace at the end of the day as individuals. So this is something that I wanted to bring here. It's because so I can give you methodology, and I can give you like how you take decisions during crisis, how you can make things better during crisis. But at the end, it's the way that we already have the set, that the one that is gonna give us something. And last but not least, our values. Our values are the thing that is gonna keep you on track. Yes, I am really acting sustainable. I am really living diversity. I am really enjoying participation. I am really activating leadership. I am really demonstrating integrity, and I am really striving for excellence. Yes or no? This is a question that you should ask to yourself. So I wanted you in the chat box. Write down the last time that you took a hard decision that maybe you didn't take into consideration all of the stuff that I already said before, and mostly align with our leadership development model, but that you feel that you made it. So you can write down in the chat box. But because I want to know, like, if I was just me, the one living the last weeks, what I'm living, or if it's the whole organization, the ones that are needing to take decisions in the way that we are taking decisions. So write down. I'm gonna read some of the comments and also some of the situations, because I want that everyone understand that it's not just about me. It's not just about like the person that is there or you. It's about what's happening in ISEC in general and what's happening in the world. So we already have some. Yes. So you say that mine as agenda manager was canceling AMCO as well. Um, I want to read. Say hi. Yes. Okay. So I want to read. Yeah. Yes. So Daniela, if you can put your entity also, that will help me to know where are you from. So Daniela Capella says canceling attraction and consideration as between OGT. Yes, really hard time for operations. Say as finance numbers are important, but focusing our membership is hard times. It's the way to go. That's true. The most important assess that we have in the organization is the membership, and this is the people that we need to keep in the organization. Bernie said not suspending my local conference a month ago, even though we will just have to 50% of our members. That's a really hard decision, even when finance are also affected because of the number of attendance and so on. Mine send me sending back their home day trainees that I have in my city because of the topic of coronavirus. um, Voluntariado Global from ICESI. That's true. It's a hard time because we promise a person maybe a experience of 6 weeks or 8 weeks. Some of them needed to cut down because of the situation. Um, Canceling my local conference. Nicole, on Monday, I had to decide with my build to have all our education and activities virtually to retain our members. I keep them engagement and with while quarantine. I just arrived. I just arrived. What was the question? It's like a hard decision that you needed to took in the last 1 or 2 weeks, and you see that maybe you reflect your ISEC values and the leadership development model that we live. Adrian, I say implementing team standards because people are the most. Yeah. So as I say, well, I have another one here. Um, Chiclayo, Peru, we had to find a new place urgent because we had parents meeting and the university canceled the room, and we have to do it because of coronavirus. Yes, parent stakeholders here from Buenos Aires. We had to cancel our local conference. Every plan routine that we had in our LC really mess up our results. Canceling our attraction meetings, conference, physical contact, everything. Erectro was canceled, but it's great to know that we can be present in AMCO as OC, postponing the event, taking into account that this will bring problems, but to the sustainable of the event, it was necessary, necessary. Okay, yeah, my Spanglish. Yes, Ines say it was hard to talk with all my EPs about rescheduling the realization because of the situation. And last but not least, I will read Sergio. He said we decided to continue with the attraction and consideration, but in a virtual way. Sucre. A few days ago, we had to assist our trainees so they will could go and back to their countries. I'm writing from Venezuela. So yes, I know that you have been taking hard decisions. Something that I don't know, it happened to me yesterday. It was like an alumni asked to me, why do we have several people still working based on the context of? And I asked to myself also, and I say like, this is not the way that it's supposed to be because like based on the current context and based of what the reward says is that we should not be moving for our houses. Um, and yes, I'm totally agree with that person that told me yes, the right decision. It continue. It's the one that we took. That it's stop operations and stop the way that we are working because we are going to be against our values if we say let's continue. And something that I want to share with you is the message that we are spreading into the world. Because yes, you can take the hard decision of saying, I'm going to continue making operations. But what's the perception that the people is going to have about ISEC based on that decision? And I'm not judging you. I'm just putting you on the mindset of Yes, I understand. Trust me, I'm pretty operations person. But if the context is demanding us something, ISEC is made for us, for that. And if 72 years ago, someone was saying we need to have peace, and this is the way to, now that we have the possibility to say and stand, leadership is not only about exchanges. Leadership is also about what we can develop in individuals and our members. As most of you say, our it's the priority that we have. Our customer that we're on hold and that are on hold are our priority, not other different than that. Because guess what? Yes, we can always go with the choice that scare us the most, but trust me, that's the one that is gonna help you grow the most. And 2 years later or 1 year later, you will understand why you took the decision. 1 week ago, I was blaming myself. Did you take the right decision? I was feeling in peace with myself, but everyone around was making me feel like, maybe you didn't take the right decision. But 1 week later, when my country is closed, when we need to do home office, and that's why, if you can see, we are in my room, because we cannot go out. When there's restrictions in public spaces, we cannot be more like 20 people in a same place, and a lot of stuff and restrictions are happening. I say I cannot imagine myself delivering a conference at this moment and putting people in rooms that are against the government or the legality of my country. So yeah, maybe in the moment you will not see that the decision that you take is the easiest one, but yeah, I'm sure that it was, if it was hard, it's because it's gonna give you something. And this is me 6 years ago, I think, when I was VP at GV. And I looked really different from that moment to this. I just want to that you see, this is me now, okay? This is how I look normally when I love myself. But this is me in my assessment center. So I look at really, really, really different. And I'm not talking that ISEC changed me physically, but I'm talking about how ISEC changed me in a way that I now I'm able to take decisions that can affect a lot of people, but I'm sure that are the right decisions. Yes, Isaac is changing you every single day of your life, but you're the ones that are gonna decide what do you want to do in Isaac. How do you want Isaac change your life? Because maybe you can shift yourself like physically, but it's gonna value most the things that are changing inside. And maybe later you can change like when you join Isaac and how you are now. But I think also it was part of my process of love myself and understand that I am also important. And the transformation that also Isaac give to myself, it's also something that Isaac can give you to yourself. So don't be scared to change. Don't be scared to be challenged. Don't be scared to be transformed, but for this organization. Because at the end, what we are giving to the world or what we are giving to ISEC is hope. What we're giving to ISEC is the possibility to change the reality that we have. And this is a gift that we have. We have young people, we have maybe your friends from university, they are now like just watching Netflix. And I'm not saying that that's bad because I love Netflix also, but maybe they are just there chilling because they now have vacations, or maybe because they have just to go to online classes. But you have a gift, and the gift that you have, it's to continue changing the world, even in the crisis that the world has in this moment. And that's something that just ISEC give you and allows you to do. And this is something that I was saying you yesterday when I was inviting you to the conference. It's a good time to take hard decision. It's a good time to transform ourselves, to transform the organization, because again, that's what ISEC is about. It's about changing, it's about evolving, it's about peace, it's about how we can answer the big questions that the world has now. And yes, I just want to give you some tips about how you can manage yourself in this crisis. And it's, you are the CEO of your life, right? And you are mini CEOs of ISER. No matter if you're BP, TL, or LCP, you are a CEO. And the most important role that you have now is to train yourself to show the world that you are a leader, that you are responsible. So if your government is saying stay at home, stay at home. If you are really active in social media, Instagram, TikTok, I don't know, the platform that you use, learn ourselves. Feel challenged and feel okay to be challenged. The third thing is be a person and not a salesperson. And with this, I'm saying, yes, in ISEC, people say to us, we need to be sellers, we need to perform, we need blah, blah, blah. But I don't want salespersons here. I don't want people that thinks that money or exchanges is the most. I want people that understand people. It's the most important resource that we have. Third thing is like do research before to set a statement, before to take a decision. Do your research, understand the context, understand the situation, understand your people. Even do research is to do research with your people that you have at your side. Maybe you think that you understand how that person is feeling, but maybe it's not how they really feel. Fifth, it's to get into the conversation. Don't pretend that you are in the conversation. Get into the conversation. Understand people, talk to people, move people. Six, it's adapt to the process that you are living. People is gonna buy what you're selling in this moment or what you are telling them to do if you adapt to what they have also. Understand how decisions are made. So if you're gonna judge your government, first understand the context of your government. If you're gonna judge your parents because they didn't allow you to go out to a party, understand. And that's a way that also your membership is gonna understand your decisions. Next, it's listen more than you talk. In this specific moment, when you have to take decision, it's important to listen and then talk, not the other way around. Understand what motivates the other side. I know that it's hard. I know that maybe you will not understand the MC decision, maybe you will not understand the original office decision, or maybe you will not understand AI decisions, but at the end, trust me, we are doing every single decision, or they are doing every single decision because of the right motivation. And that, and last but not least, keep it simple. The decision to make this conference virtually, it was something that we took and then we made it like let's make it simple. Let's try to let's make it more engaged. Let's try to bring more people as the one that we were supposed to have. And so far in the registrations, we have more than 500 people registered for the different spaces that we are going to have. And that's even like the double of the people that we were expecting to have in AMCO. So trust me, the decision, as simple as you can take it, are going to give you a right stand and also a right moment with yourself to say it's the right decision. So I already talked a lot, and I already shared with you what I was living the last 2 weeks, and also that I was has been living as individual. But now I want that also you share with us, and also in your Instagram, in your Facebook, in your Twitter. Leadership is also about, and this is the campaign that we are running in ISEC Global now to understand what the ISECers are doing and also how they are adapting themselves to what's happening in ISEC. So my task for you and my call to action for you after this session is that you take a moment to think what leadership means for you in this moment. And I want that you record an Insta story of 15 seconds and share it. And you can tag me, tag AI, and tag regional office about what leadership is about. So you can say leadership it's about also share moments with my family that I didn't have time before because all the stuff that I needed to do before. Leadership, again, it's not just about numbers, exchanges, core, platform. No. Leadership is about also how we handle things. Also, leadership is about having a conversation with my grandma about what's happening to understand how it was in the past, the world. Leadership is about to take care of my EPs that are in other country and they cannot come back to their countries. Again, people. It's the most important thing that we can do now. So my challenge is we have 20 minutes to do this. We're gonna be reposting all your Insta stories. It can be also Twitter, so you can tag us on Twitter if you have Twitter. If you want to do it on Facebook, you can also tag our pages on Facebook. Whatever platform you want to use, you can use it. But the most important thing is to let us know what leadership is about also for you. And with that said, that was the first space that we wanted to have with you. I hope that you can enjoy the rest of the agenda. We are going to be sending you updates. We're going to be sending you videos. We are going to be engaging you. We're going to have the gala awards. So I hope to see you all also there in the gala because it's going to be really nice. But in general, I really want to see you all participating in the sessions. We are going to give capacity building, functional tracks, different stuff that is going to help you for the present of ISEC, but also for the future. Something that you need to understand, it's like ISEC is not going to stop. ISEC is not going to be closed. ISEC is adapting of the needs that the world has now. So be aware of that. Feel comfortable with that. Feel comfortable to, again, be part of an organization that continue working even with the crisis that we have around the world. And let's see how it's going to be ISEC in maybe 6 months or 1 year after this hard moment that is passing. And for sure, it's going to be an organization that is more strong. And it's also an organization that is adaptable to whatever it happened because it learned from the experience. So yes, I will be waiting for your stories. I will be waiting for your histories. Remember, it doesn't need to be about changes. It can be leadership. It's about whatever you want leadership means. So with that said, thank you so much. Let's keep in contact. I would love to see you tagging us, reposting. I want to make like loud like to the word that ISEC is working and also that Americas is working and that Americas is here. So let's show the world that this is not stopping us, that this is making us stronger and that we are gonna work better than ever. So it's a good time to be Americas. I hope that you enjoyed the space. If you can want to talk later, we can talk and enjoy the rest of the agenda of today. And you will receive updates from you. So yeah, thank you. I love you all. Thank you for coming. So we have you now with updates for all of you that are still here.
Hi guys, I'm Ju. I'm the regional manager of GE and agenda manager of Virtual AMCO. I'm just here to give you some updates. I'm here reading everything and managing everything. But I just want to say that LCPs, you have a session in 20 minutes that's about emotional intelligence. It's going to be super cool. We're going to send the link on the WhatsApp groups that we have. So stay tuned because it's going to be amazing. And then at 12, we have a session for LCVPs also about emotional intelligence. So we are also going to send you the link so you can be there, but you can check all the links on the agenda that I sent to you yesterday. So yeah, so don't forget LCVPs, we start in 20 minutes and LCVPs we start in 50 minutes with emotional intelligence sessions. Stay tuned. Thank you so much. Bye. See you.